Hi guys, in this month's edition of I Know magazine, you can find out all about the Normans. One of the reasons the Normans were so successful in conquering Britain was that they had a fleet of 1,000 archers. So today we're going to make our very own Norman bow. To make our bow we need a nice flexible wood to work with, so we're going to use willow. We're also going to need to use a saw, string, and for the arrow we're going to make that out of bamboo, and we're going to use some sandpaper to smooth it down. The first thing we're going to need to do is going to need to find the natural bow of the willow. So to do this, we're going to roll it on our block very carefully. And you can see, if we roll it, we get a gap there. And that's really important because we want to make sure we bow it the right way. Once we've found that gap, we can start cutting. And we're going to cut a notch in one end and in the other. When we're using our tools, we always keep one knee and 1 foot on the floor because this is a nice, steady, safe working position. I want to use my saw to cut halfway through my willow, and I'm going to make 2 cuts at this end and 2 cuts at the other. To measure where I'm going to cut it, I'm going to use 2 fingers. I'm going to put them on the end. Once I've found out roughly where I want to cut it, I can start sawing halfway through. And to do this, I'm going to go very slowly backwards and forwards to start with. Stop when you're about halfway through, just check it. And to find out where I want to make the next cut, I'm going to put 1 finger down. In fact, I'm going to use my small little finger, and then I know roughly where to cut it. It's about 1 centimetre. Once I've gone halfway through again, I'm ready to do the other side of my bow. So to do that, I'm just going to switch it round like that. And there we are, halfway through. Use my little finger to check to make the second cut in a safe working position with my fingers away, and I'm going to start slowly again. But I'm going to use my saw and I'm just going to twist it until we hear a crack like that, and then you should be able to take out the piece of wood. Now that part's important because that's where our string's going to go. I'm going to do the same on the other side, do it until it cracks. There we go. Now we should be ready to string our bow. To string your bow, you're going to need some garden twine, or any string will do really, but garden twine works fine. And I'm going to stretch it along the length of my bow. I'm going to double it over so that it's the same length either side. I'm just going to use my knife, but you're probably better off using a pair of scissors to cut the end. Once we've done that, we need to make a loop with our string. So I'm going to wrap it around 1 finger there, around the finger, and then back up through the hole and pull it tight. To add our string to the bow, we need to take one end of the loop and pop it onto over the notch. Then we're going to add some energy into our string, and to do that we're going to twist it around and around and around and around, and I'm going to do this about 30 times. And you can see as I'm doing it, the string is twisting together so it almost becomes one. Now we need to put some more energy into our bow, but this is where you're going to need to get an adult to help you. I've left a loop at the end so I can put it into my other notch there. Really slowly so we don't strain the willow or crack it. We're going to bend our bow until the string can go over the top. And there we have it, our Norman bow with some nice tent string. For our arrow we're going to use bamboo. Now the Normans wouldn't have had bamboo, but it's a nice straight material to work with, so it will make a good arrow for us. But bamboo can have, where it grows, can have some sharp bits. So for this, to make it safe, you're going to need to use some sandpaper. Now we've made our bow and smoothed down our arrow, we can fire it. But you must make sure that you're careful with it because it can cause an injury. Always fire it when you've got an adult around and never aim it at anybody at all. To fire it, I'm going to hold it in my left hand because I'm right-handed. And I'm going to hold the bow halfway down the middle. And I'm going to pop my arrow onto the string and pinch the arrow tight. And then, just like a Norman archer, I'm going to pull it back and aim it into the Saxons. Please remember that all of our activities are designed to be fun and educational. Some will require your child to use tools, so please ensure your child is supervised at all times. We hope you enjoy spending time together making memories. See you soon.